Just an element of novelty in this year's World Championship fight, a freshness not felt for some time. Barring a comeback for the ages from Max Verstappen to win a 5th world title, F1 looks set to crown a first-time champion, Norris or Piastri. The last multiple drivers seriously competed for their first championship was Sebastian Vettel and Red Bull teammate Mark Webber, with Alonso also in there as well. It would go on to be the first of 4 championships in a row for Vettel. Webber never got close again, retiring in 2013. Today Webber is Piastri's manager, playing a key role in his career. Webber's experience of battling against his teammate for the title, balancing the interests of self and team, could prove especially useful to Oscar. In 8 weeks, they're celebrating Piastri becoming Australia's first world champion in 45 years. A drought Webber fell short of ending, but still, Piastri will have to fend off McLaren teammate Norris, who was eagerly chasing his first championship in his 7th season. But Singapore was another setback for Piastri, who was 3 races ago was sitting on a comfortable lead at 34 points. However, that's come down, obviously, with Piastri's disastrous Baku weekend and, of course, the incident at Singapore. This is Piastri's first title fight with a unique set of pressures no amount of success in junior categories could emulate, but the 24-year-old has dealt with each high and low with his trademark cool demeanour. At no point has he let emotions get the better of him. Deadpan one-liners and wry comments and more Piastri stars, nothing seems to faze him. Yet Singapore felt like the start of a tone shift for Piastri. He didn't go nuclear on the radio after the touch with Norris, who claimed he went for a big gap at the corner and didn't see anyone, but he was pressing in his questioning of the move and made his annoyance clear when informed Norris would not be asked to give him back the place, twice telling his race engineer it is unfair. The reason Piastri was given for Norris touching his car was that he was avoiding making contacts with Max Verstappen, and Piastri said he must have done a shit job of that if he crashed into him, and he did have a point, to be fair. A very pointed comment that Piastri acknowledged was made when tensions were high. McLaren welcomed Piastri's making his feelings clear, and Andrea Stella said recognising the emotions was useful. When speaking after the race, Piastri didn't look to turn the knife on Norris, instead saying he just wanted to review the situation and that talks would inevitably follow. But his mistakes, his disappointment was unmistakable through his answers and tone. But then going to join his McLaren teammates for the world title celebrations, he missed the initial moment on the podium due to his media commitments. Even a driver as unflappable as Piastri must start feeling some frustration that the last few decisions from the pit wall haven't gone his way. All of them have reasonable explanations from McLaren, whether it be the split strategy at Monza, the swap at the split strategy at Hungary, the swap at Monza, and of course the incident at Singapore. It makes sense why his radio is becoming more cutting as well. Even in qualifying, he bemoaned the yellow flags, the car abandoning its lap with a little more gusto than normal, and it just feels like maybe pressure is starting to ramp up again. He said after the race that the incident with Norris would not change the way he goes forward, nor did he believe there was any preferential treatment. The comment made me think of season 8 episode of The Simpsons, when Ned Flanders it's destroyed by a hurricane. When the community shoddily builds a replacement home, and Flanders shows some out-character range and bolts at Marge and saying, "My family and I can live in good intentions, Marge." Good intentions can't completely satisfy Piastri's appetite for the world title. He's been the perfect team player for Norris. Singapore may have hurt, but Norris has looked like the quicker than the two McLarens over recent weeks, and he desperately wants to win this championship. So yeah, it's going to be getting nervy now for Piastri, but I think Webber's experience will be key. The best response of Piastri would be to respond on Jack and Austin. I don't think Verstappen will play too much of a role in the championship. I just think he trails by that little too much. But yeah, Norris is gaining. Piastri, it does seem like he's starting to feel the pressure a bit, but I just feel like Piastri has got that margin, and I just think whenever he needs to, he can pull out a good weekend. Norris may still be susceptible to mistakes. So yeah, from here on, I still think Piastri is just the favourite for the World Championship, but maybe things are looking a bit more nervy than they did a few weeks back.
Okay, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.